First of all, who are you?
My name is Caelen Wong. I'm a senior at Episcopal High School in Alexandria, Virginia, and I'm interested in engineering, computer science, and I want to pursue a career in those fields.
What was the problem that you decided to solve at Episcopal?
So Episcopal is, or it used to be, a rather traditional school that was more focused on humanities and like religion and stuff. And there were some science and technology programs that were developing, but there weren't as many extracurricular activities where it's more like tech focused or like STEM. So I think I wanted to establish a program or like a way for students to pursue an interest in the STEM, like the field of STEM, and that was engaging and like people could discover and pursue a passion.
All right, so what is your story?
So it kind of started sophomore year, when like most people were told when coming into Episcopal that if there's not a club for you, you can always start your own. And I just thought this is pretty easy, right? Like I can just start a club. And that's what I did sophomore year, like as a second year student. I think I started a club that was oriented, half was computer science, half was like Lego robotics. And we did get like a small group of people where we met up a few times and just like, but we didn't really do anything like most clubs at like student run clubs at the school. Like kids are pretty busy usually, and like it's just hard to find time where everyone's free and to motivate ourselves to do something with it. So that kind of ended. Like we just met like a few times that year, and which it was not what I expected originally. I thought it was actually gonna be like a something that I would establish, not just like a few guys like hanging out for like a couple hours, like for 3 days, entire year. So junior year, the summer before junior year, I learned of Vex Robotics, which is a popular high school robotics competition that a lot of schools in the country and even in the world are part of. So I think that was something more concrete that I can establish at the school, and that's I came up with a more detailed plan of like the budget and like team members and times where we'll meet, like a concrete schedule. And then I brought this to the science department, and they kind of helped me facilitate like a faculty and like purchasing parts and having us like work on a schedule, which really helped because now that I have something concrete, I made like this made sure that the school had something to back me up on. And so that worked out pretty well. We had 4 guys the first year. This was junior year, and we worked for 3 months in like a science in the science center, one of the storage rooms, because like there weren't really many other areas that we could work, and that was the perfect like convenient place for us. So we spent like about over 40 hours, I'd say, combined on like our first robot, which is decently hard given that it was our first year and we didn't have anyone to lead us or direct us what to do. But we ended up going to competition that year, and it was a great like first year for us, and that really got the program like started at the school. And now like this year, senior year, the school decided to officially sponsor us as like a school sponsored activity or afternoon option, if you want to call it. So we have like a specific time in the fall season where we have 2 hours each day, Monday through Friday, and we had 14 people on the team as opposed to 4 the first year. So we had 4 different groups, which we each built a robot. There were some 2 advanced groups and 2 beginner groups, but everyone managed to learn a lot, at least get something working and compete. But it kind of got to the point where we only had so much time and so much resources, and even though it was technically our second year, we still we were we felt like our best team was decently competitive compared to all the other many of the other teams in the region, like the Northern Virginia region. But it was just not enough to get to the next step yet. Like we're just not there yet. We can probably like do decent in there, like a small competition in like the just like Alexandria area, but it's not enough to get us to states yet. So that's something like I guess that's the answer to the question, where are we now? And now next year they will probably continue what we did this year, but I don't really see a way, like a clear way at least, that we can like significantly improve unless we just kept this up for like a couple more years. Maybe we'll gain enough experience. So yeah, I'm optimistic about it.
What is your definition of entrepreneurship?
Well, I think I've summarized it to 4 points. And the first one is the idea. Like all entrepreneurs start with an idea. Even though this is where kind of like me starting the robotics team is a little different from other entrepreneurs, because the idea already existed. Like it was something that's already established in the country. And I just brought this idea and implemented it into my environment, which is like unlike other entrepreneurs who like actually start with their like a new product or something they have to like push out there. So that's I think the first point. And the second point is I think initiative, and that's like I think 50% of entrepreneurship is taking your idea and then doing something with it. You can't just like have a bunch of ideas but never capitalize on any of them. So I think taking initiative involves just like seeking opportunities and knowing when opportunities present themselves and being able to utilize them. I think, and then okay, next point, third point, I think it's just the grind. You gotta know that your expectations for it. First of all, you can't really expect too much in the beginning. Like when I first started like the team, it was like I was not taking it very seriously. I just like one day after I heard about this program, I just like sent like a message on the group chat, typed it up, just sitting on the couch, like, hey guys, let's start a Vex team, as just like a mere like conversation starter, and somehow that just got rolling. I think that's the part of the like that's also goes back to the initiative part. But so yeah, you really have to like gradually build up. Like you have to push through all the even one times when you think that it's not gonna work, because like 90% when we first started, I thought like 90% this is not gonna work, but it's just like you don't even though you have like low expectations, you still have to just continue follow through on the idea. And finally, I think the last point is pushing boundaries. And like I think school, especially a private boarding school, and like maybe other types of school in general, that like throughout students' education, we are too confined in like a set boundary, or like in classes we just learn the material, and like we naturally think that there is a limit to our capabilities, is like just the classroom, like what we learn in class, and then maybe like we can like study and get a good grade, but like it's pretty linear. Like we're bound by like like a box almost. So I think it's important to recognize that you have to like get out of this status quo almost. You have to push the boundaries that you think that you normally perceive. And yeah, and if you follow through on all of those 4 points, I think that will get you started, and the rest you just have to keep trying, I guess.